into this. I want to start off. I want to go ahead and give respect to the ancestors. I say to the ancestors, much respect to the ancestors, love and positive energy to all of y'all out there that's watching my video. I want to send positive energy, and if you send a negative energy this way, I'm taking it and I'm transforming it. Boom. Hey, so with that being said, we're going to start off with part 2 of programming, and then I wanted to talk about where does the programming come from. And I got some notes or whatever, so if you see me looking off to the side, I might be going in the notes. But I wanted to start off by telling you that the programming, first thing you want to do to block the programming, to stop the programming, is a major thing that you could do is cut the TV off. Cut the radio off. The TV is called TV programs because it's there to program you. So when they're telling you to tune in, don't miss out. They want you to tune your frequency into their programming. And after a while, you'll realize that you acting like the people off the TV. You want the stuff off the TV. You living through the TV and you're not living your life anymore. You're actually living the life off the TV that they programmed you with. As far as the radio is all programming all day. All you hear on the radio is drugs, sex, money. And that's it. And gang banging, shoot. That's programming. So you sit there and you listen to that all day, and then you wonder why you get these different urges and these different things to do things that's just like not in your character and you would rather not be doing. So that's programming through that. Your church, your religion, joining a religious group is programming. You believe in that you can't reach God, or you can't ascend to your higher self, or you can't go into heaven unless you go to church or mosque or whatever it may be. You go there every week, you do your prayers, you give your tithes, and then you'll get to go to heaven. Well, that's a program because they're telling you that if you don't do these things, then you won't get to go to heaven. So who are they to choose? Who are they to tell you that? So that's just a part of their programming to get you to come along and do with the things that they want you to do. Also, programming can come from family members program. You know what I mean? And that's when somebody else has been programmed, and that's the danger of programming. Somebody else been programmed and they think it's right, so they come and program you, and then they tell you that you're not doing right if you're not working off their program. So people been getting programmed for generations and generations, ever since and before slavery. But slavery was a big part of programming, and right now you can still see the effects of the programming in the African American community. If you go to the ghettos, if you go to the hood, you can still see the programming. It's just like you're programmed to basically think less of yourself. You programmed to do the same repetitious things over and over that will hold you down. You're programmed when you go out in the hood and you go out in the ghetto, you see nothing but trash on the grounds. You see nothing but drugs, addicts, crackheads. You see nothing but girls walking around with no clothes on. And that's programming you to vibrate on a low consciousness level. You never gonna look inside of yourself. You never gonna try to vibrate on that higher level because you so into the liquor and the weed and the cigarettes and all that. And that's all programming. That's why they got TV commercials to keep on pushing that down your throat, to keep on giving you that anytime that you thinking about leaving it alone or quitting it. So that's what that programming boils down to. And it's dangerous because it's blocking you from getting inside of yourself, from finding out who you are. And that's where you get the quote, know thyself. You need to know thyself. Know who you are. Another thing I wanted to talk about is how you can reprogram yourself to basically to restart, to reprogram yourself to become great, to become loving, to love yourself and to love others, and to extend in your mission in life. Because this is all about extending. This is all about reaching the higher state of mind. I know you done heard the song before. I was blind, but now I see. You know, say Amazing Grace. I was blind, but now I see. That's metaphoric. So One way you can start off by programming yourself, and that's by every day when you wake up, look in the mirror, say, I am great, I am beautiful, I am great, I am beautiful, I will not die, I will live on forever. I love myself, I love myself. Say it, try it. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Start to uplift yourself. Tell yourself that you have a purpose here. I have a purpose here, I have a purpose here. Even get a notebook, write it down. If you got to write it down 100 times, I love myself. What you are doing is you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. The mind that you don't realize that you're thinking with. And that's also a big part of programming. They program from the subconscious mind. Subliminal messages, gestures, and suggestions. So you want to just start off by going back into your own programming and raising your vibrations by all the things that you were told that you were. You tell yourself what you are. You know what you are more than they know what you are. Training. Training is the same thing as programming. Like when you go to a job, they train you, and you go become whatever, an officer, they train you. When you become a military man, they train you. They're programming you. So when you see the cops on the news shooting people, when you read on the news about them going over in Iraq and they're shooting people, these are their programs. They don't have any emotion connected to them. They don't have any feelings. They don't have any thought. Once someone says that key phrase, they're over there and they're shooting and they're killing and they get back home and they won't even talk to you about it. And it's the same thing with the cops. So when you cut on the news every day and you see a black face on there and they're saying, oh, this guy robbed somebody, this guy shot somebody, he sold drugs, and you seeing all black people like this, and then on the other hand, they're saying, well, this Caucasian guy, he went and saved lives. He donated. He rescued a dog from the river. Your programming says, when I see black people, they're bad. They're going to shoot me. They're going to do this. They're going to do that because of how you've been programmed through the news, how you've been programmed growing up. A lot of these people walking around today are programmed. They're programmed, and they're programmed sleepers. And when I mean programmed sleepers is that ever since you were a kid and you were watching cartoons, the programming was coming through the cartoons. The programming was coming and subconsciously programming your mind. So with that being said, you could be somewhere out in public, or you could be somewhere and somebody could say a certain word or say a certain thing and you tick, you flip out. Or you could see a beautiful girl walking down the street and you just overflow with all these emotions and all this, and you listen because they know the certain keys to push and the certain words to say, which are called words of power. So you want to do a little bit of researching on yourself before you go and research on a book or research on anything else. Research about yourself. Learn about yourself. Learn who you are, how you feel. What do you think about yourself? And a big part of deprogramming is getting back to nature. Get back to nature. Get back to nature. Get back to nature. Get back to nature. Getting back to nature. Everything in nature is running on a natural course. That's why it's called nature. If you look at all the animals in nature, they're not running around chasing Jordans, shoes, cars, and doing all of that. Watching TV, because they're not programmed to do these things. They're in nature. And you once, at one time, were in nature. And that's why you're so, sometimes they will probably call African Americans monkeys. Because at one point in time, African Americans lived in nature, depended solely on nature for everything. Food, clothing. We didn't need food stamps, government. We didn't need all of that. So when they came and they viewed that, they viewed you as nature, as an animal. And they didn't know no better, so the only thing they said was, hey, he looks like a monkey. It's like a monkey. When you were really in your natural state, when you were really connected to God. So that's where you want to get back. Study yourself, free your mind. I'm encouraging you guys to find out who you are. Because you don't want to get trapped in this cycle of reincarnation, and you're going to keep on reincarnating because you can't ascend to a higher state of mind. It's like dreaming. When you go to sleep at night and you dream about your life, and you dream of all the bad things and all the things that you did and all the good things and whatever you dream about. That's all a part of it. So you want to take back control of your mastermind. And I'm challenging you with that. Like I said, continuously, repeatedly, reprogram yourself. I am great. I am great. I am great. I love myself. I love myself. I am ascending. I am ascending. I am climbing higher. My eyes are opening. My eyes are opening. My eyes are opening.
Timeless, 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 timeless. Ain't gotta be famous, 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 famous. I'm gonna live on, 'cause they playing my song.